Hello everybody, and welcome back to Gadgets Tech. And today we're going to be going over my tech collection. As of the beginning of 2025, my plan is to try to get every flagship phone that's in the cheaper range that over the summer this year. And my tech range hasn't really changed since I filmed this video last year, but one thing has changed. Well, a couple things. So if we open up this camera app right now. Let me flip it. Maybe a little hard to see, but that is a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus I'm using to film like my videos right now, and probably for a little while. I got this phone not long ago, about a month ago. So we'll start off with that. So let's talk about this iPhone 6 that was just here. This phone, it's not bad. The battery life is mid. It gets warm whenever you use it. The screen's starting to go a little black in the corner. But besides that, this has been an actual really good phone. So let's get into the next phone. So next up here, I have my iPhone 8 Plus here. I've had this phone since before I started the channel, and besides the fact that it won't read SIM cards right, it's been good, and it has a cracked back, so I put a case over it. But battery life is pretty decent. I got a bunch of games on here. It has a lot of space. It runs the games just fine. By the way, that's not where I am, and that's a very inaccurate weather. But besides that, this is a pretty good phone. Like I said, I've had it for a really long time. And it's a very usable phone in 2025, in my opinion. So this right here is my Samsung Galaxy S7. I was dealing this phone for a good while until I got my S9. The battery life is terrible in this phone. You have to charge it at least 4 or 5 times a day, sometimes even more, depending on how much you use it. But besides that, it's decent. This phone's in very good condition. That screen protector and case on it to keep it in good condition. Just the battery is absolutely terrible in it. But you know what? Besides that, it has enough storage for me. It runs all the apps I could ever possibly need just fine. No complaints. On to the next phone. This right here is my other Galaxy S7. This one's Google locked, but it's in pretty mint condition. If I ever need parts for my other S7, I'll probably just take them off this phone. I'm not going to destroy it because, like I said, parts are pretty good for this phone. So, besides that, let's get into another phone here. This right here is my other iPhone 8, and this one is in better condition, but doesn't work because it's water damaged. This one is good screen, good back, but it's water damaged. That's all I gotta say about this phone. Next phone. So this right here is my Samsung Galaxy S6 Active. It's been a good phone until recently, and it's having battery issues. I noticed it got a little bloated since the last time I've used it, and I can tell the battery has way worse performance than it did before because it does not hold a charge at all. And when you put it in storage, you turn it on right away. It says 99%. It shuts off, and it says it's at 0. I tried to get power on for you guys, but it died. So next phone. Alright, so this right here is my Samsung Galaxy S5. It's been a good phone. It has a little bit of damage on the screen. You can hardly see it. It's so dark in here. You can see it a little bit in the camera now. The only thing I had done to this phone is I got a brand new battery in it because the other battery was in really bad condition. But, you know, besides that, ever since I got the new battery, this phone's been doing just fine. I know my storage is full, but, you know, besides that, this phone is awesome. So let's go on to the next device. Alright, so here's two J3s, two Samsung Galaxy J3s. That's one of them right there. This one, the battery isn't charged in it right now. So it's just not on. It works. It's my better condition one. This one, it does have a battery and it's charged. I actually use this one as a clock, as you see by my little command strip. I just have an app I downloaded off the Google Play Store. So So this right here is my Samsung Galaxy Express 3. This is literally the worst phone I've ever owned. Do not get one of these things. They're terrible. I have nothing on this phone. Like, absolutely nothing. And to put it in perspective, come on, work. To put it into perspective, this phone's using 7.54 gigabytes out of 8 gigabytes, and I have nothing on it. No apps, no nothing. And it may say there's audio, but that's the factory over the Horizon audio, or whatever these phones have on it. Nothing on it, and it's almost full. Worst phone. Never buy these things. They're cheap. Don't buy it. Next phone. So this right here is both of my Samsung Galaxy S3s. I know one of them's on. This one doesn't have a charged battery right now. Just like the J3s were. It does work, but just fine. It's just really cracked. Like, extremely cracked. This one's cracked too. But, it works. I accidentally dropped it on the floor. On a hardwood floor. Or like tile floor, I guess. Off a clipboard. And it wasn't very high. Yeah, it cracked it. But that's okay. It still works. I just turned this phone on, so it is a little laggy right now. But after this phone gets warmed up, it does work just fine. So, I don't have much more to talk about with these phones. These phones were like one of these was my first ever phone. It wasn't these two. I don't have it right anymore. My first ever one. But I did have an S3 as a first ever phone. So let's get into it. The next phone. So these are the last two. One of them's not even a phone. One of them's an iPod. So let's just talk about both of them. So both of them don't power on. So this guy, I broke the screen on it because it didn't work anyways. The battery was so bad that it wouldn't even let power on. So the inside screen's destroyed and the charging port's destroyed. Because I had nothing else to do one day, so I just went at it and hit it with the charger. And this iPod's water damaged. This was my first ever Apple device right here, and it's water damaged and doesn't work. So I got some other devices like computers, tablets, and stuff. So let's move on to some tablets. So these right here are two Kindle Fires. You can barely see this one. There's like no light over here. Let me get a light for you guys. Why is this phone not picking up this? It's a really odd device I'm recording on. Don't know why it's like that. But yeah, there you go. This one has a little crack in it from sitting outside in the sun. I looked outside in the sun one day and that happened. It works. It just isn't charged right now. I'm only charging one. If I have two of them, I'm only charging one because I don't have the time to charge the other one. And both of these devices work just fine. So this one is a lot more scratched up, but doesn't have any cracks on it. And that one has a crack on the screen, and it really isn't that bad and scratches. So that's what we're gonna talk about these devices. Let's move on to another tablet. So this tablet does not work. This is a Amazon Kindle Fire. I'm pretty sure this is the first generation. I'm not really sure what the story is with this device, why it doesn't work. So, that's all I gotta say about it. I don't really know much about that, so let's move on to another tablet. So this big yellow tablet right here was my first ever tablet. And it doesn't power on because the charging port's done. It no longer takes a charge for the charging port. So if you'd like solder on a new charging port, it'd probably work again. But besides that, no power. I don't even know what generation tablet this is anymore. I don't remember. It's been a really long time. But no power as of right now. A couple years ago it used to power on, but I'm pretty sure the charging port got so bad that it won't even let it take a charge anymore. So let's move on to another tablet, I guess. So this thing here that's almost too big to fit in my little area here is a little bit of a newer Kindle Fire. It ain't new, but it's a newer one. This one had milk spilled on it, and sometimes you can get the power. I couldn't for you guys today, so let's move on to another tablet. This right here is another Samsung tablet. This one, it turns on sometimes, and other times it just doesn't. I left it on the charge for like an hour, and it didn't do anything. So, I don't know. I haven't seen it power on for a little while. I'm not really sure why it wouldn't power on. Because it powered on like a year ago. I think it's the last time I got the power on. I haven't really done anything, so, let's just get on to another tablet, I guess. one more tablet, and it's the last one. So this right here is the last tablet. This right here is my iPad. This was my first ever iPad, and it has, don't mind my stupid, that's me like a really long time ago, but this thing is cracked really bad. It's shattered, like under the case, all this up here is completely shattered. It's not in the best condition. So yeah, it works. So if you want to use it, it turns on. I usually keep it charged all the time. It holds battery whenever you're not using it. So, you know what, it works just fine and don't have issues with it. So I'm not even going to worry about replacing the screen because I know it's a really hard task for these iPads. So I'm just going to leave the screen alone, and I guess we'll move to something else, which I believe next is laptops. Alright, so now we're in a new spot because I couldn't fit these on my desk. So these right here are HP Streams. They're really old models. That is a fake Intel sticker, by the way. I glued it on there. Don't mind my big subwoofer. I have a video coming out on that later. Probably sometime later this year. But, they both work. They're just dead. This one is a little bit more beat up. Like, some of the keys are missing. This was my first ever laptop. This one I just got. But this was my first ever laptop. It's not in the best condition anymore. But it's not the worst laptop. You guys will see that one here very soon. But these are my HP Streams. So let's get into the other laptop I was talking about. So this right here is my HP. I don't even remember what model this is. Does it say on this? That's a fake sticker. I stuck it on there. This thing just collects stickers. Like, that's what I use this laptop for, really. I charge this one for you guys. This laptop took forever to charge for some reason tonight. But this one actually has a broken trackpad after I replaced the keyboard. Couldn't get the trackpad to work. It's missing this piece. It's missing that piece. These are fake stickers. I think that one's a real one. I just glued it back on. That's a fake one. Like I said, the trackpad doesn't work. Keyboard works though just fine. The screen has some dead pixels on it. You can't really see it right now, but there's some dead pixels on the screen. If you guys can see them, you can. If you can't, you can't. But this was my second ever laptop, and this one definitely got the most use out of all my laptops. Thanks everybody for watching my video. I'll probably have another one of these out sometime between the end of this year and the beginning of next year. I'm planning on getting a lot more devices. Like, I already have one ordered, another phone ordered. So yeah, trying to get every phone that I don't have, and some new ones, like maybe a new S3, maybe a new iPhone 8. I don't really know. Maybe another S7. Maybe another one of these crappy Motorola's. I don't know. I'm not really sure yet. But most of these devices work. Some of them don't. So, hey, thank you for watching. If you like the videos, consider subscribe. If you like the video, if you kind of like the way I do stuff and and you might like my channel, go check out some other videos and possibly subscribe. I'm not saying you have to. Just maybe check my videos out if you like this type of stuff. But hey, thanks for watching. Peace out, everybody.